Good evening, friends. Welcome back to another edition of Castro Valley News Live. This is our fourth installment, and tonight at about 6:15, we will have the executive director for the the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce, Ashley Strasburg, will call us in and give us some information about what's happening with our merchants and restaurant owners during this troubling time. As you probably already know, a couple days ago, earlier this week, there was a shelter in place ordered for Alameda County. And just yesterday, a statewide shelter in place was instituted by Governor Gavin Newsom. Now, the Alameda County one was set to expire April 7, and there was no expiration given for the statewide one. So as part of that shelter in place, non-essential businesses, which the essential businesses, I believe, are laundromats, healthcare facilities, gas stations, grocery stores. I'm sure I probably forgot one or two. Our moderator will look those up and find those for you. But the non-essential businesses have been ordered to close. So there's hair salons, nail salons. Restaurants are being directed to, have only takeout or DoorDash. So as you can imagine, the impact on our business community and the business community in general has got to be excruciatingly just significant. And some of the larger businesses, I've seen some comments online where, businesses are just, they have to lay everyone off because there's, their bottom line has been just, diminished extremely. So to that end, we'd love to, if you have any questions for Ashley, who is the executive director at the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce, one more time, pardon me. If you have any questions for Ashley Strasburg, who is the executive director at the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce, please post them up, and we'll pass those along to Ashley. But I think it'd be extremely helpful to hear from her which businesses are open, which businesses are closed, which restaurants are doing the takeout orders. Some of the information, what she's heard from the businesses and what's happening there. I'd like to take a moment here to remind folks out there, please, please, please limit the amount of time that you're out and about in your cars, or, we need to get together, and we need to really follow these directives that are coming from so many officials for us to just flatten that curve with this disease. And I know it's tough. It's tough for me. Thank goodness bicycling is allowed. It's one of the things that brings me joy every day, to just go out on my bicycle and ride. You can walk your dog. I'm hearing that there's a lot of people at parks, which leads us to the second part, is to really, really maintain that 6-foot distance, that barrier from other people. It's tough because a lot of us are persons, and we need to do whatever we can to minimize this disease as soon as possible. And like I said, I know it's tough. It's going to be difficult. But I think the more vigilant we are with this, the sooner we can return to normal life, and we can lessen the loss of life and lessen the amount of people that are going to become ill from this. We have to, and I know this might be advocating people policing each other, but if that's what it takes, let's do that. If you're seeing people who are not uh, you- walking up to other people, hey, say, hey, please, 6 feet. If you have friends who are making excessive trips or not following those orders, give them a friendly reminder and say, hey, please. I mean, I know we think that maybe it won't affect us. It might. I hope it doesn't affect you. I hope it doesn't affect anyone anymore. I wish we could just squash this as soon as possible. But those regulations are in place for a reason. So, and leads us to another thing that kind of happened recently. And I don't sit on either side. I don't want to. I hope people don't think I'm sitting on either side of the fence with the gun issue. But according to the Alameda County shelter in place, gun shops are not essential. And I know to some folks they may be essential, but there was a gun shop that kind of was pushing back against the shelter in place order. And to their credit, they closed. And if you see one of those non-essential businesses, the sheriff's department have told me that you can go ahead and call their non-emergency line, which is 667-7721, 510 area code 667-7721. And they have a compliance team that will go out and investigate. And I think that's kind of important because if you've got people going into businesses, the how do I say this? The chance for these people to be closer than the 6 foot regulation is pretty high. So it's tough for businesses to have to close. It's beyond tough. And these people that your business is your livelihood, and I don't know how these people are coping, which is one of the things that we'll discuss with Ashley when she calls in. But it's tough, and it's necessary for us to flatten that curve. I almost I almost swore there. I said flatten that curve, expletive deleted curve. We got to flatten that curve. We got to look out for each other. We got to stay safe. We got to do the right thing. Sometimes that's not the easiest thing to do, but a lot of people, we'll get through this. We will get through this, and it'll be like I said in the last episode, it's going to be a very interesting movie or a bunch of interesting books, but we'll be at the other side of this situation, and we can look back and say, we did it, we got through it, we're stronger than that, and it's doable. It's definitely doable. And we're getting close to 6:15 when Ashley is going to call in. Ashley, if you're listening, feel free to call in earlier, because I don't. I went. Oh no, wait. I do have. I want to mention our sponsor again is Mr. Todd Anglin, and Todd is an awesome guy. Todd has a huge heart for Castro Valley. He's involved in a ton of things behind the scenes that makes our community wonderful. Todd is located on Grove Way, near center, behind the Quick Stop gas station. His as you can imagine, with the shelter in place, his office is closed, but you can still reach him by phone at 510-537-8100, or his website, teamanglin.com. That's TEAMANGLIN.com. Todd does a whole bunch of stuff, insurance-wise: auto insurance, home insurance, property insurance, business insurance, life insurance, health insurance, a laundry list of banking services, mutual funds, and annuities. Like I said, he is a really nice guy. If you get him on the phone, start talking to him about Castro Valley, he knows a bunch of stuff. He loves this town, and those are the people that really that makes me feel really proud of living in this community because there's countless people who care about this community, who open their hearts and their pocketbooks and their schedules to make this place better. And Todd does that endlessly. He's involved in the Chamber of Commerce. He's involved in Rotary. He's volunteering left and right, and he's a good guy for your insurance services. And that's the commercial. Thank you, Todd, for supporting Castro Valley News, basically all the time, constantly, and it's very appreciated. If you have a question for Ashley before she calls in, feel free to post it on the thread here, and we'll make sure to make sure it's brought to her attention and she addresses it. I'm seeing in the chat there's while we have some time before Ashley calls in, we have a few minutes. Julia says Safeway was almost empty of essentials today. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that basically, overnight they have their trucks kind of come in, and in the morning when they open, stuff's gone pretty much instantly. So just get there in the morning if you can, and it's difficult, it's tough. This week it was great that a lot of places instituted the senior hour so that the seniors and folks with different mobilities and pregnant women as well can have that. I think some shops at least are setting aside an hour, some are 2 hours for those folks to get a chance to get stuff. This morning there was a long line outside Trader Joe's, so I think probably what's happening is the shelter in place that came out from Governor Newsom probably kind of fueled fan the flames of that panic. And I get it. I understand. There's still a lot that we don't know about this thing. We know this virus is dangerous. We know we really don't have a handle on it. There is some hope with the malaria medication that a lot of people are looking at. I'm hearing stuff on both sides that it might be something good. I'm also hearing that it might not. I have my fingers crossed, just like you guys do, that they can look at that and find something significant there, at least to less. That's Ashley. Hang on a second, guys. Hey, Ashley.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good.
Thank you for calling. I was just rambling and you saved me. You're I was
like, oh no.
No, it's great. You're live, by the way, so I just wanted you to know.
Oh.
You okay?
Hello, everybody.
Yes. So
I watch my mouth then.
Yeah, okay. So, gosh, where do we start? What's happening with our businesses?
Oh, well, yes. Where do we start?
Yeah.
We are in times that all of us are, really unknown, and, our businesses that carry our community, they are
hurting.
They are hurting. They are strategizing. They are adapting. They are not giving up. That's for sure. But this is a really strange time. This has never happened before.
So what are some of the strategies that they are doing, and what are some of the strategies that you are doing?
Yeah. So on Monday, I launched the Eden Area Takeout and Delivery Group. So for anybody that doesn't know, the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce, we cover Castro Valley, San Lorenzo, Ashland, and Cherryland. So the 4 unincorporated areas of Alameda County except for Sunol. So we know that our restaurant businesses were going to be hit first. So I wanted to make sure that we had a group to support and promote these businesses. especially when we're all at home. So we're all on our phones. We're all checking social media. So you have a pretty captive audience. And really support these businesses that support our community all year long. I saw this meme that said, it's time to support those businesses that supported your kids' T-ball games and school fundraisers. And it's very true. So that was the motive behind it. And the group has just exploded. There's tons of great conversation. People are sharing their pictures of their food. I even saw LaShawn Raybon, the operator of I Am Cafe in Ashland. She sold out of shrimp and grits this week.
Wow.
So I know. It was very cool. And then some of our other friends, like Janella, our realtor, she posted something about Poke Eatery, and that sparked, 5 other people going to Poke Eatery.
Nice.
So that's been, our community has really been turning out, and we want to make sure that momentum continues because we're not through it yet.
Yeah.
This is just the beginning.
Yeah, it seems that way. So right off the top of your head, can you mention some of the restaurants that are and businesses that are still open in Castro Valley?
Yes, pretty much all of them. So in the group, I have started a Google Doc that lists most of the restaurants and if they're doing takeout or delivery. So JP's, they're a business that they've always done takeout, but now they're doing delivery also.
Oh, cool.
And different than like DoorDash or Uber Eats. So their owner, Nasir, she's actually going out and delivering locally. So, that's a great way of businesses that are adapting to this new stress. Denica's, they are closed for a couple of weeks just to assess things and figure out how to move forward. So I'm looking forward to them reopening. Also with the ice creamery, Shay is working hard to figure out their plan for takeout. So,
Gotcha.
But we have Low Smoke Head Case, they're open, and I just saw that you can actually get margaritas to go.
Okay.
So, I know.
Nice.
Right? So it's nice to see that, those alcohol laws also, because some of our businesses, our restaurants, a lot of their income, comes from the bar side of the restaurant. So it's nice that if you have a favorite margarita or something, that you can actually get it to go. Cannot drink it in the car, but, when you get home.
Is Don Jose's doing that too? Because they're noteworthy for their margaritas.
Oh my gosh, I love their strawberry margarita blended with sugar on the rim. I have not checked in with Jose yet as far as the new alcohol policy, but I will definitely be giving him a call tomorrow because I do love that strawberry margarita.
And did that alcohol policy change today?
I believe it happened last night.
Okay, last night,
today we're seeing our restaurant.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that'll help a lot of people if they do that, if they can do that too. Yeah. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. Just thinking, can we get a jumbo size? But also what we're doing is we are staying on top of the different things that are going on with the SBA, the Small Business Association, and how those funds can get to our business the fastest. So this week we've been in a lot of webinars on, what businesses can apply for these funds, how the loan works, different refinancing options. So we hope that next week those funds will start getting released, and everybody that has put in those applications, if you look on the Chamber's Facebook page, we have a link for where you can apply for a loan. We've also been in contact with Alameda County's Economic and Civic Development Agencies, Susan and Eileen. They are really working hard, and we touched base with them a few times this week and have a couple more meetings next week so that we can figure out what we can start doing to immediately help our businesses. I actually also sent out a survey on Monday and it has about probably 10 questions on it, and it really helps us collect data of, what industry is being affected the most right now. And out of those businesses, are they the businesses with, 0 to 3 employees, 4 to 10 employees, and what do they need right now? Our businesses are also laying people off. Do they know how to do that? Do they know what that means? So we're providing those type of resources for them too.
So what are some of the, what is the feedback you're hearing from businesses right now?
They are optimistic, which is great. They really, it's an uncertain future in front of us. We're all being told to stay inside for a couple of weeks. How does that affect their business? If it's a restaurant that is used to doing regular orders every week, those orders are slowing down because there's people not in their seats. So it's really, how we keep a cash flow going for those businesses. It's not going to be the same cash flow of people that are coming and sitting down and eat, but it's still something that keeps them going. Back to businesses adapting, we have businesses like Desserts First, who is putting out these decorating kits. And I've been seeing them pop up all over Facebook. You buy this kit and it comes with cookies and frosting and sprinkles, and they're delivering it. Another one is Aurora Catering. They are doing these meals that feed up to 6 for a certain amount, and that's something that they don't normally do.
And there, actually, a question just came in from Laura. She was looking for the list of restaurants that are open and service they offer, and that is on your Facebook page, correct?
It's in the group, in our Facebook group,
okay.
Eden Area Takeout and Delivery. I will pin the post. I think that's how you do it. Pin the post to the top of the page so that it'll be easily accessible. And that is a working document, so I kind of keep it going as I get more information. And we'll be adding the rest of the Ashland, Cherryland, and San Lorenzo businesses also.
Great. So both the a link to the group and a link to the Google Doc will be on your Facebook page, correct?
Yes.
Perfect.
I have to
Perfect.
pin it. Is that the right terminology? Am
I believe so, yes.
Correctly?
Yes. Yeah. So getting back to some of the businesses that are still open and some of the services, what are some of those not ordered to be closed? What are some of those places that are still open in Castro Valley?
Most of them are sheltering in place, are non-essentials. Those are Crush Comics, Ralph's Saddlery. Those businesses, they are, Josh and Andrea over at Crush, they're doing Instagram lives and, taking orders over the phone, things like that. They were doing curbside, I think, up until Tuesday. But everybody's social media and websites, have really gotten a boost since we're all having to stay home, which is, great marketing thing too.
Of the essential services, do you know which businesses are still open? I'm assuming it's auto repair.
Grocery stores. Yes, Adams Auto Works is still open. I believe German is still open over at Certified Tires. JR's Liquor over on the corner of Lake Chabot and the Boulevard. Who else? Walgreens is open. CVS is open. And Clayworth Pharmacy will actually deliver prescriptions to seniors also.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and Pete's Hardware too.
Yes.
Pete's Hardware has, we love Linda over at Pete's Hardware. You can call in what you need, they prepare it, and then they bring it out to your car.
That's great. They tried something different earlier in the week that I don't think was worked out too well.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing, is our businesses are trying things that they've never done before, and they're figuring out very quick what's going to work and what's not in these times.
Nicole is asking, can you suggest what a hair salon can do? They are unable to open.
Yep. So I've seen some of my other hairdresser friends, and I wonder, is this Nicole from the Ray Talbot Salon? Hair salons, that is a tricky business. My Aunt Katie, she's owned a hair salon in Castro Valley for 32 years. I checked on her today. But use your social media. Give a blowout tutorial. Get a conversation going if it's around product or, a new style that you can try without getting a new haircut. And get your books open to all of your clients, because you know that they are going to need their roots done as soon as the shelter in place is lifted. So get those books, and maybe even, if they book now while we're sheltered in place, offer some kind of discount, or, it's a travel size of some product. Those are great marketing tools to fill your books, because as soon as, this is lifted, we want our salons packed.
Yes.
I hope that helps, Nicole.
That would be wonderful. I hope everybody, as soon as life returns to normal, please, even now, support these businesses. Support it in any way that you can. Get your takeout.
Right.
Get your takeout from here. It's tough.
It is. And you know what? If you don't want to leave the house, we have a lot of our older community that is just, hunkering down.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of our restaurants, you can buy gift cards online. Even if, like, my grandma lives in Castro Valley, and, I can deliver her lunch instead of when I normally bring her lunch, I can have it delivered to her as a nice little surprise. We had another client of Desserts First. They ordered a birthday cake because the girl's birthday party got canceled. So she ordered a birthday cake to be delivered to her at home. So even if you don't want to go out, buy those hair salon gift cards. Get somebody a fun pack of comics. Call Merle's Hallmark and send somebody, a greeting card. Just keep your dollars local, because our businesses really need them.
Yeah, and it's tough because everyone's going online right now.
Yeah, well, go online and go to these businesses.
Yeah, there you go. Don't go to Amazon. Go to Merle's Hallmark.
No.
Yeah.
No, find something new. Find something fun. I love going into the artisan place and just picking through what they have there. I think this gives us a chance to really rediscover our community and all of the great shops that we do have that maybe are overlooked because going to Target is just more convenient. So, I also put together this small business bingo card that we're going to give a prize. I'm not too sure what it is yet, but it's going to be great. And it has little different squares of, go and leave 3 Google reviews. Go, leave a bigger tip than normal. Things like that you can do to support these businesses, especially our gyms. Our gyms, our yoga, our Pilates studios, they're closed right now.
Yeah.
And they're getting really innovative too, where they're doing online classes. I hope that my Eden Area Health and Fitness class, we can get a morning yoga session going. Hint, hint, Bridget from Castro Valley Yoga. And I know that Chris Lane has been doing a lot of social media workouts. And, go go and sign up, go get the 10 classes for however many, go sign up for a month of yoga for when they reopen. Really look at your local businesses, and these are your neighbors. These are the ones that are sponsoring softball teams.
Yep.
They're the ones giving to your fundraisers, and we need each other.
Many of them live across town.
Yes.
It's amazing. It's amazing how many business owners in Castro Valley live here. It's awesome. Anita is asking, are cleaning companies on the essential list, residential or commercial?
So there are cleaning. They are not on the essential, depending on what products they offer. So I was just on the phone a little bit ago with KMC Cleaners in San Lorenzo, and he is open for business, David Gerke. He's also the Chamber Board President for 2020. He's actually getting a new certification to be able to clean houses with the specialized COVID-19 policy.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, book those things. I think the just typical house cleaner, I think they are not on the on the essential list. But things like a carpet cleaning service, they are. So check out KMC Cleaners and East Bay Carpet Cleaning. They're also a great chamber member.
Which federal, state, or local agencies can local businesses apply for aid to?
The Small Business Association, SBA.
Okay.
That's the one that is, ready to jump in. I put in some paperwork and I got a call within 24 hours. But they do give loans. They're not grants. So that money does get paid back. I think it's a 30-year plan or a credit card refinancing. We're looking forward to some grant money to be trickled down pretty soon. I hope next week. So we'll stay on top of that.
Great.
But SBA.com. And also check out smallbusinessmajority.com. There's some great resources there too. How many people are watching? I've never done this before. This is exciting.
We peaked at about 70.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, how cool would this be if people sitting at home listening now, listening to us talk about local businesses, if they were to say, call a local business and pay for a gift card or a gift certificate over the phone with a credit card for when they open?
Yes.
That would be awesome.
Yes. I mean, these businesses, they will. I mean, their phones are being forwarded to their cell phones. Some of them are still working in the shop, whether it's cleaning, reorganizing. I know Janet over at the Saddlery's been doing that and working on some projects. But yes, call them. Call them just to say hi.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd love to hear.
Yeah.
Our moderator said the viewership was as high as 110. It peaked at 110.
Oh, well.
Yes.
Look at us go.
So, given
and for our food businesses and at home catering, this is a great time to also try new recipes. Jen's Cupcakes, she just released a new cookie this week. So, try this out with your neighbors. Instead of these, Hello Fresh or, whatever those Blue Apron food delivery things are, how awesome would it be if our local caterers and bakers, you sign up for a monthly subscription for cookies? I mean, I would love a monthly subscription of cookies.
Yeah.
Or, even if it's our wineries, because our wineries are closed right now. We have Twining Vines, we have Westover, Chenard. Right now, I bet we could all use a bottle of wine, and how great would it be if we could, have a Castro Valley wine club that you paid a subscription for. this is a very scary time. I'm sorry if you hear my dog. Rowdy. He's the cutest corgi in the world. Hey, boy.
He did that. He did that on cue, right?
Yeah, of course.
That was great.
He's a ham sandwich. I forgot what I was going to say, but yes, the wine club, that would be fantastic.
I'm sure.
Yeah, it's like let's get out there and see. When you're taking a walk down the boulevard, take a picture of a shop that you haven't been in yet, and that you're going to come back and get.
As soon as this blows up, as soon as this is over, come back and shop there.
Yes.
Touching on the situation that happened with the gun shop today, are you hearing any problems with some of the non-essentials staying open?
The gun issue is always a touchy one, no matter how you feel about them. I can understand both sides. Gosh, you had to ask a question like that.
Oh no, we don't need to talk about the gun shop. But are you hearing of?
Okay.
Are you? Because I don't. That's a fire I really don't want to start or fan the flames on. But it happens anyways, unfortunately. And I get both sides, But are there any other businesses that you're hearing of that are non-essentials that are open, or is that not a problem here?
There have been a couple. I don't want to,
no
throw
names
them
mentioned.
under the bus. Yes, but some of the non-essentials that have been staying open, they are trying to still do business, right? Because they are a business owner.
Yeah.
They do. This is how people provide for their families. So they're getting creative with ways that they can be open, but not have people come walk into their business.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Which.
But I went to Bank of the West today, and what they're doing is there's only 4 people allowed in at a time. So that was interesting, and and then they have tape. This is, if you're going to wait in line, this is the spacing. So our businesses are conscious of this, social distancing and the 6 feet rule.
That's super smart.
I know.
It sounds like
I can't go in.
It sounds like everyone is just becoming innovative, which is maybe a silver lining in all this.
Right. I mean, this is going to be a different business community on the other side of this.
Very different.
And
we will be a very different society, a very different community, not in a bad way, but it'll
just in a different way.
It'll be what we make of it, and I think it'll be good.
Right. And as long as we all stay positive and, be nice to each other, that might sound a little, naive, but, I haven't, we get all kinds of weird phone calls at the chamber when it's not something like this happening. And, there has not been much negative. It has always been, who needs help? Does Spectrum Services or Meals on Wheels, do they need volunteers? Restaurants calling, hey, I have all this food and it's going to go bad. Do you know of any families that need this? Can I donate it to somebody? It's just been a lot of embrace and, community love, which is really nice to see, because this could go a completely different way. But, we're a great community. I grew up here. I live here still. It's really nice to see so much positive when it could be a really scary thing.
Yeah, the people are really, here are really just it seems like making the best of it.
Yes.
Which is wonderful, because the alternative really isn't that great.
Mm-hmm. Right. And there's so many people out walking too.
Yes.
I went into the office for a little bit today, and there are people walking on the boulevard. I live over by the Japanese Gardens. I neighborhood is full of people walking around. It's like, oh, nice to see you. Which is great. We have a lot of great parks that we can access.
Yes.
Hard does an amazing job with our parks, and go out and see a park that you haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, there was quite a few folks who sent in messages concerned about whether East Bay Regional and Hard were going to close, and thank goodness that didn't happen, because I think a lot of people would probably yeah.
Awful.
And especially with dogs, it's an excuse to go outside.
Yes. Yep. No. I mean, you could go over to the Lake Public Market, get some, Mama Cho's bulgogi, and go and have a little picnic and listen to an audiobook across the street at the community center.
Yeah, and say hello to Hans.
Yes, say hello to Hans.
Love that guy. That guy.
Poke Eatery is up and running. Milk and Cookie Bar. Yeah. What are some of the businesses that you like most, Robert?
That I like?
Turn this a little bit. Yes. What are some of the ones that you've been rediscovering in this last week?
That's a really good question. Normally, I'm not stopping. I'm just flying by on my bicycle. So I'm constantly looking at. Well, I did go to before this happened. I did go to. It's Artisan Place, correct?
Yeah, Artisan Place.
Yeah, I hadn't been in there since they opened, and they're floor to ceiling with fun stuff.
Yes.
It's like Gift Express on steroids.
Yeah.
And everyone in there is just super, super nice.
Oh yeah, they're a great business.
Yes, we have so many great business people, and you just mentioned German, and I love me some German. I love me some German. He is so
if
great.
If anybody hasn't met German, they should just go ask for German. Just tell them we said to go say hi, and you'll fall in love too.
You will be showered with genuine kindness and a sense of humor that will surprise you.
Yes.
So someone.
Another. Oh.
No, go ahead.
So the other part to this is, our event side of things. And, there are a lot of events that are being canceled, which affects, those businesses. Steve Montez, Mel Speed, different venues. And, those businesses, we can't forget about them either. But like for us, we've had to postpone a couple of things. We were supposed to have Eat and Eats this last week, and we couldn't do it. So, that's going to continue for the next couple of weeks. So, go give those businesses a good review on Yelp or on their Facebook. Go recommend them if you've ever been in contact with them. And like I said, our gym businesses, Mata, the different martial arts studios,
Body Mechanics.
Go buy a class, Body Mechanics, Marlon over there. Marlon's been doing this like Taco Saturday to talk about nutrition. That would be a good one if we can get him to do a live on the health and fitness page. I think that would be a really good one.
Someone asked about the farmers market being an essential business, and I believe it is.
It is, and they are going to be open tomorrow.
Yes. So, and from what I understand, I spoke to Donna Swanson, and they will have produce, eggs, no hot food, and I believe bread as well. So, go support them.
And you know what? Go use that farmers market, because our grocery stores and markets, I went into Safeway on Monday, to go get a few things, and it was picked dry.
Yep.
And it took me an hour and a half to get out of there.
Yeah.
So I know that I'm going to be going to the farmers market tomorrow to get some produce and things that I couldn't get at Safeway. And, the line isn't as bad either. But I better get there early, because now that I said that, everybody's going to go, right?
The word is out, yeah.
Yes, the word is out.
Yeah, and again, maintain that 6 foot social distancing situation, and wear a mask if you can. Got to be safe.
I'm just gonna wrap myself in bubble wrap and put like a hula hoop around me or something. Swim goggles.
Oh, we know so little about what's happening, and it's really, like I said already, it's just fueling this panic, and it's I don't think it's a good thing, because there's people who are missing out on the essentials. The farmers market times, it's 9 to 1, correct?
Yeah.
9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and it's in the bar.
No, I feel like it's 8 to 1.
Okay.
I feel like it's 8 to. They start setting up at about 5:30 in the morning.
Yes, they do. They start really early.
Yeah, I believe it's like 8 to 1.
How weird is it that we can't go to the library?
That is really strange. That is really strange.
It's just bizarre.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Or the movie theater.
I know.
Show.
Yeah.
Like, that is, I mean, talk about a landmark business and all the great things that Paul Keim is doing.
Yeah.
And we can't go to the movies.
Yeah.
You know? That's crazy to me. It's insane. But, you know, they're taking the public's health and safety in account. So, you know, we applaud them for that. But it's like, oh,
yeah,
I want to go see a movie. I think they were playing Onward.
Yeah. So many great things happening in Castro Valley. That was one of those things that just came up, and I was just, because I've known Paul for a while, and when that came up, that was awesome. And then they got Josh back.
Right. Josh is great.
Josh is awesome. Josh is great. Is there anything else that you'd like to bring up? I don't really have any questions, and I don't think nobody's posting any more questions. So
yeah, I mean, we have to think. You know, I really, if we learn or do something different out of all this, I hope that the love of supporting our local businesses carries, because right now I feel like the community is doing a really great job. So we want this to continue into next week and the next week and 3 months from now, 6 months from now. Like, we have to keep this going, because like we said earlier, these are our neighbors.
Yeah.
You know, I have 3 business owners that live right around me, and I drive by their house every day. You know, these are people's kids that play with your kids or at the park. You know, I really want to see this momentum going. And, you know, I really hope that things are going to get cleared up, because, you know, we have the Castro Valley Marketplace that's going to open. So those food vendors are really excited to get going. And, you know, at the chamber, we always get the 2 questions, right? Number 1 is, when is my garbage going to be picked up? Because our phone number is 1 digit off from Waste Management.
Oh, that's right.
Well, that's not what it's not really what we do here. And then the other one was, what are they going to do with the Daughtry's building? And now it's, when is the marketplace going to open?
Right.
So, you know, I hope that this can all lift and we can all get together and celebrate that building opening, and show all of those food vendors the great community spirit.
Absolutely. And again, for folks who missed it, if you go to the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce Facebook page, you can find a Google Doc that has a list of restaurants and some specials that they're doing and information on them. And there's also a page. And what's the name of the page?
It is Eden Area Takeout and Delivery. Lots of great conversation going on there, and the Google Sheet is there. And then also check out the Eden Area Health and Fitness Group. That one is, I'm looking forward to a morning yoga class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So everybody,
nutrition from him.
Stay positive and keep moving.
Yes. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to email Ashley at CastroValleyChamber.com, Facebook. You can even call our phones. They're all being forwarded to my cell phone. The office line is 510-537-5300. And get out this weekend and go try a new dish at a favorite restaurant, or, just call to say hi.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, Ashley.
It was fun.
Yeah, thank you.
We might have to have another one once we have some updates about county grants. So, I'll keep you in the loop with that too.
Please do. Thank you so much for your time.
Awesome. All right. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Have a great evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
So again, one more time, if you go to the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce Facebook page, there's a Google document there that has a list of restaurants that are still open. And then there is another link that will lead you to the group that is Castro Valley Eden Area Restaurants, I believe. And that will also give you information on which places are doing takeout and some specials. And sounds like there's quite a few restaurants that are still open, some businesses in town that are still open as well. And the owners of these businesses are our neighbors, and it would be fantastic if we could do as much as possible to support these folks and keep these folks in our community through these troubling times. And I'm not seeing any more questions here. If you have any questions that you might have for Laura mentions call local blood banks to set up an appointment to donate blood. Please do so. I'm sure you can go to redcross.com and see if they have any local places that you can do that. That's a great suggestion, Laura. Thank you. I'll give you guys a couple more minutes if you want to send in a question or want to make a comment. Our sponsor, wonderful gentleman, Todd Anglin. His physical address for when we get back to normal, go give him a visit. He's at 2877 Grove Way behind the Quick Stop gas station. Super guy. 510-537-8100 is his phone number. If you're looking for auto insurance, home insurance, property insurance, business insurance, life insurance, health insurance, and a plethora of mutual funds and annuities under banking services, he's your go-to guy for insurance, and a super nice guy who has a huge heart for Castro Valley. He is open via phone and email to answer questions and help. He is working to help educate and provide online Facebook resources to help the community through these challenging times. And you can contact him again, 510-537-8100 or teamanglin.com. That is teamanglin.com. And with that, I don't see any more questions coming through. I'm going to sign this one off. And I thank everyone for tuning in and for your questions. And a special thanks to Ashley Strasburg with the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce for taking the time to answer your questions. Let's get together and let's support our local businesses. Without them, there's not going to be much of a community. These people are our neighbors. They're our friends. A lot of these people we know on a first name basis, like Sam over at Del Cafe, Linda over at Pete's Hardware, who else was German over at Certified Tire, Jeff at Castro Valley Tire Pros. Who else? The brothers over at Southern Comfort. These people, they're our friends. They're our neighbors. Let's do what we can to keep them open and keep the economy here in Castro Valley and everywhere else. Just keep these people in business. It's a tough time. If you own a business, it's your livelihood, and these places are shut down, and it's got to be like having the ground taken from under your feet. And I think we can all help each other And again, maintain from that virus standpoint, maintain that 6 foot rule. Don't go to places that you don't need to. Limit where you're going, and together we can get through this. All right, everyone, stay healthy and strong, and until the next one, we'll catch you then.